Welcome, dear caretakers, to this moment of reflection and contemplation. As parents and caregivers, you pour your hearts into nourishing and supporting others, but it is essential to remember that you too deserve care and compassion. Today, we explore the art of finding space and time for yourself amidst the beautiful chaos of caretaking. Begin in a comfortable seat. Find a quiet space. Sit comfortably cross-legged or maybe on a bolster. Close your eyes and start to tap into the sensation of the breath and the body. Allow your mind to settle, releasing any thoughts or distractions. Bring the hands to the belly as we start with gentle, guided breath work, breathing in and out of the nose if that's available to you. We'll start by taking a deep inhale to exhale to begin. Breathe in through the nose for a count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. And out. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Breathing in for a count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. And out. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Breathing in through the nose for a count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. And out. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. And return to gentle breathing. We will set the intention for our practice here by placing our hands in prayer or Anjali Mudra. You may keep the eyes soft or closed. In this journey of caregiving, I acknowledge the nobility and selflessness of my actions, yet I recognize that it can be an all-consuming. Leading me to lose my sight of my own well-being amidst the never-ending to-do list and constant demands. Like the flight attendant's reminder, I vow to secure my own oxygen mask first by nourishing myself so I may truly and abundantly serve those in my care. Allow this intention to sink deep into the heart center. Let's gently start to blink the eyes open, and we will begin. We'll move gently into a cat-cow stretch. Gently come up into tabletop position, with your hands under your shoulders and knees under the hips. Inhale as you arch your back and lift your head and tailbone for cow pose. Exhale, round through your spine and tuck your chin into the chest for cat. We'll flow gently between these two poses and synchronize our breath. Finding space for yourself doesn't require grand gestures or lengthy retreats. It begins with small moments of self-awareness and self-compassion. Just as we carve out time for our loved ones, we must carve out time for ourselves, even if it's just a few minutes each day. It could be as simple as stepping outside for a breath of fresh air, finding solace in a gentle yoga practice, or indulging in a quiet cup of tea. Keep breathing here, moving from cat to cow, feeling the spine as it slowly starts to loosen and relax. Let's start to slow that down and come into stillness. From here, releasing back into child's pose. From this tabletop position, shift your hips back towards your heels and reach your arms forward. You may relax the forehead into the mat and breathe deeply into your kidney space. Allow this pose to release tension in your spine and shoulders. If this doesn't feel quite right in the lower body, you can place a blanket underneath the shins, or maybe sit back and allow the head to come onto a block or stack the palms underneath the forehead. Breathe here. Allow this to be nourishing. The mind might start to wander. That's okay. Just bring it back to the breath and the sensations in the body. We often feel guilty for taking time for ourselves, fearing it might mean neglecting our responsibilities. But remember, self-care isn't selfish. It's an act of self-preservation. When we take care of our well-being, we become better equipped to care for others with patience, love, and empathy. Spend just a few more breaths here. Take a nice deep breath in. We'll slowly start to make our way back into tabletop. And clear the mat of any props. And we'll start to make our way into a standing forward fold. So from here, walk the feet up to the top of the mat and stand with the feet hip-width apart, and just gently allow for the torso to fold over the thighs. Bend the knees deeply, releasing tension in the low back. You can let your head hang heavy. You can play with the sensation through the hamstrings and back. Maybe you bring hands to opposite elbows and just rock gently from left to right. Find the breath here. Allow yourself to be fully immersed in the sensation of this forward fold. The practice of finding space for yourself is also about setting boundaries. It means learning to say no when necessary, recognizing that it's okay to decline some commitments or delegate tasks. Creating boundaries helps preserve your energy and it prevents burnout. A few more deep breaths here. Maybe you even picture all of these unnecessary tasks just flowing out of the top of the head. Beautiful. Let's slowly start to make our way back to tabletop. And then at your own pace, finding your way all the way to a gentle seat. We'll come into staff bent knee, allowing palms of the feet to come to the floor, knees bent. And from here, just slowly start to make your way all the way down to your back. We'll set up for a supported bridge posture. So your knees will be bent and the feet hip width apart. And start to bring the heels closer to the sit bones. And when you're ready, we're just going to lift the hips and slide a block underneath the sacrum. That's the flat bony part of our low back, closer to the tailbone than you might think. It should feel immediately good. If it doesn't, take some time to play with the placement of the block. Relax your arms by your sides. Allow your chest to open. You may close your eyes and breathe deeply, feeling the gentle stretch in the hips, the heart, and the psoas. Find the breath here. Allow the mind to be soft and aware of sensations in the body and the breath. Now that we've had a moment to settle in, you could bring the palms of the feet together, allow the knees to fall wide. Just breathe here, opening the pelvis. If this doesn't feel right in the body, you can always return to supported bridge. Deepen the breath We'll slowly allow the knees to come back to neutral, palms of the feet to the floor. Embrace imperfection in this journey. As caretakers, we might tend to carry the burden of perfectionism, but life is messy and that's okay. Learn to forgive yourself when things don't go as planned. Embrace the concept of good enough. Sometimes that's more than sufficient. And stay here just for a few more breaths. Beautiful. Pressing the feet into the mat, we'll lift the hips up and gently remove the block. On your exhale, allow the spine to come back down to the earth, vertebrae by vertebrae. Now from here, we'll make our way to legs up the wall or waterfall pose with a strap. So if you'd like, you can position yourself against a wall by sitting with one hip against the wall and swinging the legs up the wall while you're lying on your back. Feel free to adjust your distance from the wall so that you're comfortable. And then you can drop in here, closing your eyes and relaxing in this restorative posture. And if you don't have a wall handy or you'd like to practice with a strap, you'll bring both feet up to the sky. Bend the knees, allow the strap to come over the balls of the feet. Be gentle with the hands here. Just allow the strap to support the legs. And then you can close your eyes and allow the blood flow to circulate and feel a sense of calm begin to wash over you. In moments of exhaustion or overwhelm, remind yourself that you're not alone. Reach out to your support network, be it friends, family, or fellow caregivers. Share your experiences, listen to theirs, and know that seeking help is a sign of strength, not weakness. Breathe here. Allow this posture to do all that it can for you. Start to deepen the breath. And coming back into this moment. If the legs are up the wall or the strap is around the ball of the feet, you can release the strap and bring the knees into the chest. Give yourself an overwhelmingly warm hug. And from here, you might need to move away from the wall just a bit. We'll bring the knees over to the left side. Allow the shoulders to stay on the mat. Breathing deeply here into this gentle twist. If the mind is wandering, just bring it back to the breath, back to the sensations in the body. Another deep breath in here. And on your next inhale, let's bring those knees back into the chest. And we're going to take it to the other side. So allow the knees to fall to the right. And if at any time this feels uncomfortable for the low back, you can place a block between the knees or a blanket between the thighs. And taking in a nice deep breath. And bringing the knees back into the chest on your next inhale. Good. You might have to make a little room for yourself if you're against the wall here. We're going to move into our final rest. So you can lay flat on your back with your legs extended. Maybe you take a block under each thigh at a 45-degree angle just to relax through the hips and pelvis. Allow the arms to be at your side, palms facing up, and take up as much room as you need. Let's take a few breaths just to settle into stillness, releasing all tension, allowing yourself to completely relax. Remember that self-care is an ongoing practice, not a one-time event. It requires dedication and a commitment to prioritize your well-being continually. By making self-care a habit, you can cultivate a sustainable balance between caretaking and self-nurturing. We'll be staying in this posture for a few minutes, just taking this time to rest and rejuvenate. Start to deepen the breath, wiggling through fingers and toes, rocking through the wrists and ankles. Maybe you rock the head from left to right, bringing the arms overhead and stretching like a child waking from their nap. Bringing the knees into the chest, mindful of your props. We'll roll over onto either side in fetal position. When you're ready, we'll slowly make our way up to a gentle seat, keeping the eyes soft or closed here. And let's bring our hands back into prayer. Let us take a collective breath and set an intention to be kinder to ourselves, to find space and time for self-care and the same devotion and love that we offer to those in our care. May this practice of self-nourishment enable us to be more present and more patient and more compassionate caretakers in this beautiful journey of life. Thank you for taking this time to reflect and grow together. May you find peace and fulfillment in your role as a caregiver, and may you cherish the moments of self-discovery along the way. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today. Om Shanti, Om Peace, and we bow. Namaste. If you enjoyed this practice together, please like this video and subscribe to my channel for even more reflective practices. Thank you, and have a warm and wonderful rest of your day.